Yeah, I want to make this quick video. I haven't done videos from my room in a very long time, but I want to let you know that I understand your pain as an entrepreneur, and this is kind of like if I could have made a video to my younger self as the future self I am right now. This is kind of what I would say, because younger me, let me put myself up. Younger me didn't understand these concepts, and that's why I was so frustrated and messed up about my results I was getting. But I want you to understand this concept right here. If you're a young entrepreneur, you're most likely watching a lot of YouTube videos, because when you truly want something, you try your best to find a way to get it. That's why you're watching a ton of YouTube videos. Excuse my lips, I put too much what's going on, but you're trying to figure out, okay, what am I gonna do? What business I'm gonna start, and all this different stuff. Or you already started businesses and they just not working, right? And it's not them not working, you're not working. It's not how hard you're working, but it's what you're doing and how you're doing it. I'm probably gonna write a book about this, and I am going to write a book about this. I don't want you guys to steal my concept, but basically, everything that you can do in life, there's a way to do it properly. And if you just freeball a lot of different things and hope it works together as a conglomerate, it usually doesn't work, and that's why you'll probably fail in business. So, if I was to write a letter or make a video to my younger self, I would have said, "Hey," and hopefully you're young watching this, and you probably failed in business a few times, and you want to go and start doing some great stuff. This is what you need to do. Stop watching a ton of just motivational videos and all that jazz and so on. Stop wasting your time on that. Map out where you want to be, where you want to get to in a year, where you want to get to in 5 years, and where you want to get to by the time you're like 60. So say by the time you're 60, you want to be worth 200 million. By the time in the next year, you want to be making $50,000 a month. And say in the next 5 years, you want to be making $1 million a month, right? And then you pick your avenue, which is your vehicle to get there. What do you want to do? Do you want to do drop shipping? You don't have to use the same vehicle the whole time, but you definitely need to do the same vehicle and not any other vehicle until you're successful. Don't say, "Oh, snap, this didn't work. Oh, this didn't work." You need to do it until you're successful. And dang, that's quite interesting too. I came to a realization that I won't tell you guys yet. But basically, what I want you to do is, yeah, map out the numbers, and then what you're gonna need to do is pick your vehicle. Okay, is it drop shipping? Is it social media marketing agency? Is it coaching? Is it copywriting? Is it selling a course on how to shoot a basketball? What is it? And you have to figure that out, and then you need to figure out and you need to map out and write down what skills you need to get there. Do you need to know how to build a funnel correctly? Do you need to know how to sell? Do you need to know how to write sales copy? Do you need to know how to write? Do you need to know how to write emails? Do you need to understand marketing principles? Do you what else? There's what, that's 7 different skills, right? 5, 6, 7. I had to make sure, right? So 7 different skills that you need. And it's like, boom, you literally just mapped out what you need to be successful. So what you need to do is, now every single day, it depends on how much time you have. You can do more or less, but you need to spend time every single day developing focus on one skill at a time. Okay, am I gonna do copywriting today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna focus on this? But usually people say that it's better to focus on one skill at a time, completely, as in like, oh, I'm gonna do copywriting today, tomorrow, and the day after that, and so on, for a month until I get it, and then next month I'm gonna do that. But it really just depends on how fast you're trying to get stuff done. But I can't really give accurate advice on that, because it seems kind of contradictory to do it the other way, where you're doing one this way, the other one the other day. But make sure you're taking notes. Watch YouTube videos. Like, I can tell you guys a little bit. Like I'm literally I'm an hour into a copywriting training on YouTube, and I'll just taking notes. And copywriting is my focus for today. Tomorrow, doing something else. But there's something called an org chart that I talked about, and it comes to, and it's like, okay, you want to run a company, but who are you gonna need in order to fulfill on your company's promise? So, like, say you run a ad agency, right? And say you're gonna need a media buyer, and then you're gonna need a sales team, and then you're gonna need a client success specialist or something like that, right? And that's your org chart. That's the people that you need to fulfill on your business, right? And that's your org chart. But you need a skill org chart, like I told you before. And when you have a skill org chart, you're able to say, okay, you're able to do a lot better, because it's just imagine this, right? Imagine getting into a business model without the skills that would be optimal for you to have in this business model. And I feel like nobody talks about this, but this is why a lot of people fail. And it's like, you need to have the optimal skills to do the best you can in that niche, or in that business model or vehicle. Because think about it. I want you to truly think about this. Just imagine you're a 13-year-old kid. You see somebody who's rich in drop shipping. They got rich and it took them 5 years, but you're seeing a YouTube video about it. It gives you a spur and motivation that will last around 2 weeks. You start, and you don't have any skills when it comes to business at all. So you're trying to figure everything out. You're trying to build a website. You're trying to make copy. You don't know what social proof is. You don't know that you need testimonials. You don't know that's your main thing that you need to be focused on. You don't know that how to get new customers. You don't know about SMS. You don't know about email marketing. You don't know about abandoned cart sequences. You don't know about ads. You don't know how to do any of that stuff. But you're saying, okay, I'm gonna just make it happen. And that's why it takes trial and error for a very long time before you make it happen. And if you get a coach, the coach will help you through the process, which will save you a lot of time. But at the end of it, do you have the skills? The skills are very important because it's your foundation for success forever. Entrepreneurs usually capitalize on opportunities, then find ways to build systems to put people in place so that these people will be able to operate and fulfill on the promises that the entrepreneur has made by creating this corporation, this business, whatever. But the thing is, as an entrepreneur, say you peak up and you go to $50,000 a month, but you don't really have any skills like that. Say you got a coach and you pay him some money, and then he helped you to do the things the right way, but you don't know how to do the things the right way by yourself. So say you make $50,000 a month, you're spending $40,000 a month on living expenses because you think it's just going to be like this forever. And then say you run into some problems where you have to fix it and you're unable to fix it and you go broke. And that's how it works sometimes. But it's usually not necessarily a skill thing. It's more of a financial literacy and responsibility thing when it comes to your money. If you're making $50,000 a month, there is no reason that you need to only be saving $10,000. Like literally, that means you're spending $40,000 a month. That's ridiculous. You should only be spending $40,000 when you're making $100,000. But it really just depends on what your goals are and everything like that. What else? But yeah, just make a org chart basically for your skills. You can read books. I recommend watching YouTube, taking courses, and reading books and listening to audiobooks. Like I'll tell you a few books that helped me. Literally, The Pumpkin Plan, Profit First, of course, Rich Dad Poor Dad, but that's not necessarily something that's necessarily needed. Well, it's financial literacy thing. What else? What was really the big impact ones? Something that really helped me personally was Practical Stoicism. It's a book with a guy with a golden beard on it. I think you guys should all read it. It'll help you with your emotional intelligence and dealing with the stress of business in general or stress of life. But I'm trying to think. It was really another good book. What was it? I think it's probably on my iPad. Give me a second, you guys, because I'm not going to edit this. You better have some attention span and don't be a bum and then freaking click off because you have no attention span. So there's High Output Management, The Willpower Instinct. What are the books that I finished? Peaks and Valleys. Yes, Peaks and Valley was really good. Build to Sell, The Richest Man in Babylon, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and The 5 Temptations of a CEO. So I hope that helps you guys. I love you guys. And, you know, I love you guys because I want you guys to be successful faster than I did. Like, oh my gosh, I wish somebody would have told me this. I've been in entrepreneurship for 4 years and I'm finally at that point, you know, where I'm making a transition into not just losing all the time, you know, because I started to understand different things. It took a lot of personal development, a lot of focusing, a lot of really trying to organizing my life better, having better discipline, learning from the right people. I probably watched like thousands and thousands of hours of educational content when it comes to business and motivational stuff and all that, and listened to stuff and read books and all that, just to have all of this stuff I'm telling you guys. So hopefully that helps you. Please like the video if you like it and subscribe, because I'm gonna try to drop more gems like this throughout the YouTube channel, but it's mostly vlogs, so bear with me. Once my life gets kind of crazy, you guys will probably enjoy my vlogs more, because I'll be doing more interesting stuff and the scenery will be better. Okay, love you guys.